Hello children, today I am going to start this civics lesson, that is directive principles of state policy. That lesson we are learning children. First we learn the meaning of directive principles, their importance and what are the directive principles. That one we are learning. As you all know that children, Constitution is the fundamental law of the country. So whatever rules, regulations are there in the Constitution, whole country should obey that one. Because all the government has to obey that one. That is called fundamental law of the country. So that Constitution should guide the central government as well as state government in the administration. All the rules, regulations are there in the Constitution. So this Constitution is directing, it is giving some advisory messages, orders to the state government and central government, how to form the laws, how to implement them. So it is guiding them in the administration. So what guidance is giving, what advisory orders or directions our Constitution is giving to the state governments or the central government, no? That guidance or that directions only called as the directive state principles. Follow children. Same thing I wrote on the board. See, the Constitution has given some directions to state. Here I given state, this is for central also, in order to achieve the ideal welfare state. If you are following the directions while formulating the laws, while implementing the law means, you will get the welfare state. You will get the equal development in the society. Such directions are called as the directive principles of state policy. Follow children the meaning. In short, I will explain children. Our Constitution has given some directions to the state government to achieve the overall welfare and development of the state. So such directions are called as the state directive policies. Follow children. Directive principles of the state policy, they are called. What is the importance of this directive principles? Why Constitution has to guide the state government in forming the laws or implementing the laws? What is that importance? That one we learn now. Importance. Listen carefully children. All the points I am not writing because they are having in the textbook children. First thing is, every state government or central government while doing the administration in their state or in forming the law, implementing the law, it should follow the direction. What direction our Constitution has given? That is the first thing. Second, these directions are the indicators for the holistic development of India. Holistic means healthy development of the India. So our Constitution is aiming that healthy development should be there in the country. All the sections of the people should develop. That is the aim of the our Constitution. So in that only it is guiding the state government. Yes. Then these principles, these directive principles are essential to achieve the aim already set out in the preamble. In our preamble, although that also we learned children in our Constitution lesson. Preamble, secular country it want. Followed. So welfare state it want. All that already decided, already aimed one there. So what aims are there in the preamble? If you want to achieve that one, you want to make secular country, you want to make the welfare country, means you have to follow the directions which are given in the Constitution. Yes. Then, if directive principles, if you are following means, you are able to achieve the freedom, equality and brotherhood in the country. Equality, all should be equal. Whether it is the law or the facility from the government, it should reach the everyone. Equal, all are equal before the law. Then freedom, some types of freedom everyone need. Then only you can develop yourself. This topic also we learn children in the fundamental rights activities. Some freedoms are essential. So that one. Then brotherhood. Healthy society if you want means brotherhood, that sense or that feeling should be there in your mind. All are brothers and sisters. That feeling is there, that feelingness is there means definitely society will be good. Achievement, you can achieve the development in the society. There will be no crime. Followed. So this is possible when you are following the guidance or directions of the Constitution, which are called as the directive principles. Okay, then welfare state. It is the main aim of our Constitution. We want to make the welfare state. Welfare state means there should be a social, economic and political justice to the people. If all these justice are there means definitely people will be developed, country will be developed. That country our preamble is aiming. If you want to achieve that aim means you have to follow the directive principles of the Constitution. Follow children, this is about the importance. Now I explain the meaning as well as importance of the directive principles. I hope you understood children. Now what are the directive principles? Many are there, 11 is given in your textbook. Now I will take that one. Take the meaning of the directive principles of state policy. Yes, first one, social justice. What does it mean? Social justice. Yes, social justice means what children? That means, see, protecting everyone. All children should be treated equally and protecting or providing the facility to everyone without any discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, color, gender, language or status. There is no discrimination on any matter. You should treat everyone equal. You should protect everyone. That is called social justice. Follow children. Then, how to give this justice? How to treat everyone equal? That is making provision for the eradication of bonded labor. In olden time, bonded laborers were there children. When zamindars were there, they had to work until their death in a zamindar's house. He used to pledge his land or house when taking the loan. So after sometimes father is the bonded labor, after father his son will be continue with the bondedness in the zamindar's house. Like that was, that one eradicated, the removed. Then exploitation of children. Child labor is and all it is against the law. Child should be given the education, but many times it not happens. So they are sending the children to work. That is the exploitation of the child, because child mentally or physically it is not fit for the work. Small one it is. So that should be avoided. Exploitation is called. Then equal rights to men and respecting them. See, always in the society, women are treated in with a less respect children. She is not provided with all the facilities. Always man is dominating. Many times women are exploited in the name of dowry and all. So that should not be there. That if anything happening like that means it is against the law. All this one, government is making the law just to provide the social justice. That means social justice means all are equal, providing the protection to everyone. That is called social justice. Why they made social justice? What is the aim of the social justice? The aim of social justice is providing economic, social and political political status to everyone. If you are getting all the facilities, definitely you can develop in the society. That is the aim of our constitution. So that is the first directive principle of the state policy. Yes. Next, second one. Social justice to the weaker section. Social justice to weaker section. See children, all are not equal in the society. Some are rich, some are poor, some are belongs to rich caste, some are belongs to lower caste or inferior caste. But these weaker sections are in India, especially in India, untouchability was there in the olden time. Some caste people are considered as a low category people. They are not provided any facility for them. Even they are not allowed in the villages. They are keeping them outside the village. So, see, when countries got developed, when all are in a good condition, then only you can say it is a developed country or a rich country. Some are in a good condition, some are too weak or poor means you can't say it is a developed country. Everyone should develop. Everywhere there should be a development. Then only you can say developed country. So the improvement of this weaker section is very essential in India. From the ancient time, they are in a critical condition. People not given them any facility, no education, nothing children. Even they are not allowed to enter the temple. They are not having the freedom to celebrate the religion. So they are in a worst condition. Our constitution is aiming the improvement of these weaker sections. How it is providing the guiding the state governments or the central government to develop the weaker sections means that is providing the basic needs to the weaker sections. Ration and all they are giving children. Do you know that one? Basic needs. Food they are providing. And from the some government schemes they are providing the house who are not having the house. Because house is also one of the basic need. Janata house and they are providing. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana in that. Yes, like that. And basic need, even education also. Education also government is providing children. With the scholarship they are giving. For attending the school, many benefits they are giving. Full attendance is there means money they are giving. Some series they are providing. Everyday midday meals they are providing. These are called basic needs. Then find the remedy against the exploitation. Always these weaker section people are exploited as they are not having any facility in the society. The rich one or the dominant one, always they are exploiting them. So some remedy they have to find to avoid them from the exploitation. How it is providing the education. These weaker section people, government is providing the education for all the people. But for weaker sections, they are providing the education along with the scholarship. You know this one. Reservation also they are providing. Then extending the free legal aid to them. See what happens if any rich one is exploiting this weaker section. They are poor, they are very weak. So anyone, rich one or dominant one exploiting them means he can't go to court. Because if they want to go to court means financial help he needs. Lot of money has to spend. Already is a poor. How can he go to court? So government is providing the free legal aid. That means if any rich one exploited him, the weaker section people and weaker section person went to court means without any court fees, lawyer fees, he can put the case on the rich one. Like that it is. What are the directive principles of state policy? Meaning what I am talking about? Write the importance of directive principle, its importance. Then what is social justice? What is the aim of the social justice? These 4 questions, right? Today I have taken only 2 directive principles. still more are there. I will take in the next class.